Horrible Histories, Gory Stories. Tomb of Treasure by Terry Deary. Illustrated by Martin Brown. Funerals 5 and Fabulous. General Mean stepped into the center of the room, his nose wrinkled at the sharp smell of Antif's dirt-crusted feet. Ugh. "The king is dead," he began.
"Long live the king!"
Wait, then.
"Long live the king!"
Big Neri cried.
"Sorry, General,"
He muttered.
"The king is dead,"
The guard repeated.
"It will take 70 days for his mummy to be completed. Then he will be buried with all his wealth."
"We know,"
Big Neri began. Mariark hissed at him sharply, and he shut his mouth with a snap.
"A king needs his wealth so he can live in comfort in the next life,"
General Means, I don't know, explains.
"Some villains and thieves, they seem to think the gold would help them to live in comfort in this life. They will try to rob King Tutankhamun's graves."
"That's shocking,"
Antef whined.
"Who will dream of doing a thing like that?"
The general glared at him. His eyes narrowed.
"It is my job to stop them."
Everyone looked nervous, even Big Neri.
"What will happen if we get caught?"
he asked. His huge fists were tight and the knuckles white, and his thick eyebrows met in the middle with a scowl that would scare a desert lion. Antef jumped to his feet.
"He didn't mean that. He didn't say He didn't mean to say if we get caught, because we aren't planning such a horrible crime. No, big stupid Neria meant what would happen if they get caught. These grave robbers you are out to catch."
Means took the club that hung from his belt, a fine club with a smooth lump of granite rock on the end. He slammed it into the palm of his hand.
"What will happen, Camelbrain?"
he asked.
"The new king, will have you crucified, nailed to the walls of Thebes City. He will show the world what happens to grave robbers."
He slapped the club firmly into his palm. That was loud. Oh, where am I?
"And I will hammer in the nails myself. I will make a mud bench with a pot by the walls and sit there to watch you die. Slowly."
Oh! Neria muttered and swallowed hard. Panev shifted on the cool earth seat and shivered.
"But we won't be caught,"
Antef said smoothly,
"because we don't plan to rob anyone."
The general stretched out the club and placed the stone tip under Antef's chin. He smiled.
"I will be happy to see my king buried peacefully."
I don't know. So will we. Mariark nodded. Means shrugged.
"I will be happy to crucify you on the walls of Thebes and watch you die slowly."
His voice dropped to a murmur.
"But happiest of all, I would like to think a bury.
What?
I would like to bury Tutankhamun safely and catch you trying to rob him. Then I get both of my wishes."
The only sound was the gurgling of Antef's stomach as his onions shifted around with fear. Okay, note. Does that ever happen to you? Your tummy rumbles just when everything is quiet? Everyone looks at you and you feel so embarrassed. Just as teacher is telling you off. Did you copy this homework from Jack? Before you can answer, Your stomach does it for you. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Mean smiled a nasty smile.
So, go on, Antef. Go ahead. Make my day. Plan your robbery. You have 17 days.
He turned to leave. He stopped and looked back. 5, 5, 5. Antef asked. There,
Neria said that there were 5 of you. I can only count 4.
the general growled. Ah! Antef laughed nervously. I can see you put your abacus to good use in school. You learn how to count. General Mean stepped forward. He raised the club slightly.
5. Who is the 5th?
Fat Mariark pushed herself to her feet and her face wobbled into a sly look. Big Neria had just joined us to share a jar of beer. He thought you were a 5th person come to the party. Oh yeah, who is the 5th?
Party?
Funeral party. We were drinking to the memory of good King Tatunkamen. She smiled and showed her gums. Ugh.
I will be watching you,
The general said. Mariark nodded happily. I know. Many men have watched me. They cannot take their eyes away from my beautiful face. Her lips were colored with red lip tint, and they showed bright against her pink gums. The sight made even General Means shudder. Means did not smile.
Plan your robbery.
What robbery? Mariark asked and blew a kiss at him. Mwah! He ignored her and looked at Antef.
Plan your robbery. Please plan your robbery. Make my day.
That's okay. He turned and ducked through the doorway. The 4 thieves let out their breath together as if they'd all been holding it since the guard had entered. Big Nereus sighed. So it looks as if the robbery is off. The grave of every king of Egypt had been robbed, Antef said. But the clever robbers don't wait till after the funeral. They plan it before the king is put in his tomb. That's the best way to do it. I should know. You have 70 days. Note. I think you've got the wrong message. 70 days. Ah, but why 70 days? Why not just jump old Tut's corpse in the cave and cover it up? Because it took 70 days for the mummy's salt natron to suck up all the juices and dry him out. Try it for yourself the next time you find a dead teacher in your classroom. 70 days to outwit General Means, Mariark nodded. Should be easy enough. He's only a soldier. 1 woman is worth 10 soldiers like him. And we have 2 women. Antef laughed. He looked towards the door, where a shadowy figure could be seen through the curtain. Come in, young Daliva, Antef cried. The curtain slid back and a girl hurried in. Little Paneb looked at her and stepped back. The girl's hair was curled into ringlets and tied with flax. She had shaded her eyes with green and black coloring. She wore more lip tint than Mariark. It didn't make her look any prettier. Her face was thin and her nose as sharp as a knife blade. Youch! Paneb made a face as if he'd suck on Antef's onions. Wait, what voice should I? Let me think for a sec. What voice?
I'm not a woman. It's just a girl.
The girl's wide brown eyes glowed with rage.
Just? What do you mean, just? You are skinny as a sparrow, legs.
Wait.
You are skinny as a sparrow's leg, and I could snap you into a just as easily.
She raged and stepped towards him. Panab rose to face her. The girl was his height, but better fed and heavier. Antef stepped between them.
Stop, Dalifa!
He ordered them.
Save your strength for the 70 days ahead. We cannot fight among ourselves.
Fight! Fight! It will be much of a fight! I will break the two-egg boy in two! Then I crush him under my heel. Then I take a brush and sweep him into the Nile. The poor crocodiles will have enough flesh to make a meal of him.
I said stop! Gosh, bitch!
Old Antef ordered.
We are a team, the fabulous five of Thebes. Together we can be the richest five of Thebes. We can each have our place in the team.
Dalifa made a pah noise with her lips.
I suppose the boy's place is fetching beer and cleaning the toilet pit.
He has an important part to play. As important as you.
Antef said quietly. Cunt.
But I don't have to like two-egg boy.
The girl spat.
You do.
Wait. You do not have to like him, but you do have to trust him. Mariark said just gently. Can you do that, Dalifa? The girl glared, gave a sharp nod, and sat on a bench. The ribbons were battling to control her dark hair. The ribbons. Oh my gosh, what are these neighbors singing? They're not hitting the high note. They're just breaking their vocal cords. Chords, gosh! The sleepiness is coming at me. Oh, okay, let me continue. The ribbons were losing the battle. Dalifa glared across the room at little Panab before she turned to Antef.
So what now? What is the plan, Master Chief?
Antef was happy. He had 4 people listening to his every word. He began.
When we die, we go to the afterlife.
Antef reminded them.
What? Even if we are nailed to the walls of Thebes?
Neri asked.
Shut up,
Dalifa told him.
Sorry, I'm sure.
The man mumbled.
The spirits leave the body.
Antef went on.
It wanders the dark pathways and corridors of the underworld until it finds the place it is looking for.
Who the
the Hall of Judgment, the Hall of Osiris, where our spirits will be judged.
Panab breathed.
At each step of the journey, there is danger.
Antef warned.
Vicious doorkeepers who only let you pass if you know your name.
Easy. I'm Panab,
The boy said. Dalifa looked at him with scorn.
But will you remember that after you die? Twig boy? Yes, he said. I will have the Book of the Dead with me. It will tell me all I need to know. My name, the names of the doorkeepers, even the names of the door bolts and the floorboards. Ha! She sneered. But when your heart is weighed against a wet feather, will it pass the test? Yes, he said fiercely.
The girl leaned across and looked into his eyes.
Amit is waiting for you. I know,
the boy mumbled and shuffled as if he was sitting on a scarab beetle.
Amit has the head of a crocodile, the body of a lion, and the backside of a hippo,
Dalifa said sweetly.
When your wicked heart is weighed against a feather, she is waiting to see if your sins have made the heart too heavy.
Panab's mouth was dry. He wanted to say,
I know,
but the words stuck in his throat. Dalifa smiled.
Do you know what will happen to your heart if it fails the test?
She went on. Panab said nothing. Emmet will use her crocodile mouth to chew it up and swallow it. Then you will be barred from the afterlife for all time. You will have to die again and again and again and again and again.
Stop tormenting the boy!
Old Antef ordered. He said I was just a girl, Talifa reminded him. Well, Amit is just a girl too, waiting to swallow him if he ever calls me just a girl again. She snapped. You're scaring the boy. What? What the Mariark said gently. No, I am just reminding him how careful he has to pee. One mistake and he doesn't just lose his life, he loses any chance of reaching heaven in the afterlife. The leaf spat. Big Neria said,
We'll just have to make sure we don't get caught then.
Mariark looked at him with surprise. Neria, that is a very sensible thing to say. The big man grinned.
Thanks.
You're not as stupid as you look. His face fell.
Thanks.
Okay, not. When I say his face fell, I don't mean it dropped off and fell on the floor. That will be messy. It's one of those strange things writers say when they mean something else. Face fell means he was disappointed. Duh, do you have no common sense? So why couldn't I just say that in the first place? Good question. You aren't as stupid as you look either. Aw, that was sweet. Thank you.
Okay, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification button because you don't want to miss any of my vids. Okay, you know that. Good night, and I love you. Or morning, I don't know. I love you.